What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 fragrances that I will definitely repurchase once I run out of them. These are fragrances that I pretty much know for sure that I will eventually run out of, just because of how much I wear them, how much I love them, or I've gone through them before and I've purchased them already multiple times. So there's a few that you might know if you watch this channel often that I will be talking about in this video, but it's pretty much all honesty just because I have rebought them, so it definitely fits the theme of the video. As well as I did get this video idea from Paragon Fragrances. I did not watch it, not gonna lie, I did not watch it. It's another one that, the first one of the fragrances I'm not repurchasing, I did get the idea from him, but this version as well, I didn't watch it, I'm sorry. Hopefully at some point, I'll get around to it. I barely have time to make my own fragrance content and schedule it out to get out on time. I just don't really watch too much content these days. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. One that I've repurchased plenty of times is the Eau de Toilette and Eau de Parfum from when I've, been, it's been like middle school days and high school to even earlier 20s. I'm still in my early 20s. But Dolce Gabbana The One. This is one that I've repurchased pretty much my entire life. Or half of my entire life, I guess. I don't know. But even Michael, you see the shirt. This shirt I used to have. There's a lot of shirts that if you see a really baggy shirt on me, I used to be closer to 300 pounds. I'm not close to that anymore. So which is the reason why I have a lot of baggy clothes. Especially just clothes for around the house. I do have a lot of baggy stuff that I keep just because, it's kind of like just around the house kind of things. Anyways, I've had this since I was a fat kid to now. It's a fragrance that I pretty much will always own in my collection. If I ever hear any discontinuation of this, I will be the first one to probably grab a backup bottle, maybe 2. But at the same time, if they announce an elixir version of this, I will be the first one that's buying it. So yeah, Dolce Gabbana, come on. We need the elixir version. But stick to this. Don't go off to what you did with, which one was it? The One Gray or whatever, the One Sport. Don't do all that. Just go ahead. Do Dolce Gabbana The One Elixir. Follow these footsteps and you'll be all right. It won't be a bomb like your other ones, I promise. It is what it is. But next we have fragrance that I talked about a lot, maybe way too much. Maybe I've held off on this fragrance for a bit now, but it's about time that I mention it back in my videos. It's going to be Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Extreme. The House of Guerlain has me in a chokehold, specifically this fragrance. The Parfum is getting pretty close though, but then at the same time, the Vetiver Parfum is really good. Heritage, I enjoyed wearing that one the other day. L'Homme, Homme Eau de Parfum, I enjoyed wearing that one the other day as well. Just the entire house, at least for this kind of bottle style, it's just a great house. Habit Rouge I haven't worn in a while, but that one's also a great fragrance as well. But out of all, my favorite Guerlain is L'Homme Ideal Extreme. And of course, it is the only 50 ml bottle I have. Just because I found it for a good price, pulled the trigger on it. And I wish I got the full big size of it, not going to lie. But yeah, L'Homme Ideal Extreme for sure is a fragrance I will be repurchasing when I do run out of this fragrance. I will probably be running out of this fragrance within a year or 2. Just because of how much I do use it. And there's a pretty decent dent on it as of right now. I would say there's maybe about 40 mLs left in this. So I will purchase the bigger bottle as well when I do repurchase this fragrance. I should probably get to repurchasing it before Guerlain does one of their discontinuations randomly like they sometimes do. And I missed out on a lot of Habit Rouges because of it, but it is what it is. Same thing with the L'Homme Ideal Cool or whatever. I missed that one. I think it's still pretty, it's still around that you can kind of find it sometimes, but it's pretty hard to find. So unless I find it for a good price, I'm not gonna, or Ideal Cologne, whatever it was, I don't remember. I'll purchase it maybe if I get lucky, if I find it for a good price or someone slips up and, you know, I get a good deal out of it. But yeah, next is going to be another fragrance that I've repurchased plenty of times. This is my third bottle of it, and it is Creed Viking. Yes, you hear me talk about it a lot, but it's because I love the fragrance. I've repurchased it 3 times. To repurchase an expensive fragrance 3 times, you must really love it. I've had the first variations of it. I've had the other variation of whatever it was. And this is the newer batch as well. I think this is an F batch. This is an F batch. So this is also the new iteration of it. Smells the same to me. People are going to say that the older batches are before reformulation or whatever. For Viking, at least, don't believe any of that. It's just people trying to price gouge their older bottle, which this smells the same. I could tell you because I've worn all of my bottles fully, and I'm already at a pretty decent dent on this one. So honestly, if you see anybody trying to sell or upsell Viking for a higher price just because it's an older version of it, does not matter. Sure, it's going to smell a little bit different when you first own it, but then as you have it, you know, it macerates a little bit and it starts smelling the same. I think some of these Creed fragrances just have to macerate a little bit to smell like their older versions. But people just want it to smell the same all the time. Which it is what it is. People like, if you see the color of the fragrance, well, you can't really see it with the light shining on it, but it's a little darker from when I first bought it. And it's around the same color of my older Viking. I think it might get a little darker, but yeah, it's a fragrance that it does get dark over time. It is what it is. Just let it sit on your shelf. Wear it, enjoy it. It's going to macerate as you wear it. You're not going to wear 100 mLs in a year unless it's one of your only fragrances. You might do what I did, and I just pretty much went through that thing. And then before I even got close to like the complete end, I would just save it, and then I would start wearing the new one. Then I'd finish the old one, and it is what it is. But yeah, next is going to be Aventus. This is my 4th bottle of Aventus. I do have Aventus Absolute on top of that, and I do have Aventus Cologne as well. And if there's another Aventus variation that comes out, I will own it as well. But I will always have the original in my collection. A great smelling fragrance. It's a fragrance I've owned for years now. And I've gone through this stuff like crazy. And I've used to have the bigger bottle of it, went through it, got the 50 mLs. Just because I didn't think I was going to go through them as quickly, went through them pretty quickly. And I also have to get to this video, wrapping up this video, just because my camera's about to die. But Aventus is another one that I've owned plenty of times, and I will own again once I run out of it. And then to end this video off, we're going to go ahead with Tuxedo. So it's a DNA that I've pretty much repurchased 3 times. Kismet for Men was the first time, Roche's Eau de Parfum was the second, and then got the real thing for the third. And there is no doubt in my mind that when I run out of this bottle, if I ever do, it's a 125 ml bottle, I will be repurchasing Tuxedo, 100% guaranteed. If I hear anything about this going away, which I don't think so, just because now there's a new bottle style for it, and it's a black label, then I will consider picking up a backup bottle, especially for this. But that's it for any discontinuations. In the meantime, none of that stuff. I know for sure when this runs out, I will be rebuying it. So let me know which fragrances you would repurchase in your collection. Which fragrances have you already repurchased in your collection if you already went through them. That is all I have for you guys. I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys.